Hello! First day of working on the next Frameshift song, which based on a request I got, is Message from the Mountain. I was gonna go for the really big complicated ones later, but hey, let's tackle the complicated stuff right away. So, Message from the Mountain is this, I don't know, 10-minute song or something. It's got a huge intro, huge interludes, big epic middle part, solo section with slap bass stuff. A lot of that's gonna go. So, I'm gonna show you what I'm looking at here. Let me see if the camera can actually capture that. Let me see, can you see? Yeah, there we go. That should do it. So, this is actually Cubase SX3. Last version came out in 2005. The album was done 2003, so we're actually 10 years later, which is kind of a nice anniversary project. So we got bass drums here that we processed down, and cymbals that we processed, and this looks like a bass and a tap part. This is all vocals, and here's lots of synthesizers. So what we're gonna do is, I already transferred this, I'm gonna close this. And we'll open Cubase 7. Hello. So we'll open Cubase 7, and in there I should be able to actually listen to the tracks and just see what I like and what I know for sure I don't need. Some stuff I might keep just to have a reference for themes and stuff, and then replace it later. So, we're in the session now, and as I can clearly see, those parts don't have the colors that I usually assign to things. Like the bass is usually like a dark green, but I will all do this in the new session. So we're gonna just have a little bit of a spotting session here. We've got kick and cymbals. The rest of the drums don't work because I don't have the plugin anymore, which was, I think, battery 2. I can see the part right here that I programmed, but it's pointless. I don't want that. I'm going to do a new part anyway. So all these technically can go. I'm just gonna go say bye-bye so that it's a little bit cleaner in here. Okay. This is a MIDI track, and it's the melody in the back of the solo. I'm gonna go with I don't need it, because I'm going to do something new there anyway. Now bass. That's a pretty bad bass track. Don't need it, don't want it. Electric guitar. We actually grouped that together into a stereo track for easier processing. Apparently we didn't. I cannot hear it. Why can I not hear the electric guitar? Routing. Master. Oh. Really not happening. It's a Port 2 digital device that I recorded with, so lots of low end and no bite at all, and just definitely no soul in those guitars. So they go. You know what? I keep them just as a reference. So I will keep those. Here's a tap part. Let's see, it says tap. And that's the main theme, which all that intro is probably gonna go, but I will keep that just as a reference. There's a second tap part. So I'll keep those as a reference to see what I did, just in case I want to keep any of those themes. Solo rhythm, don't need it. That can go. Loops, what do we have here? Don't need that. Loop 5, what is that? That was in the big middle section. Don't need it. MIDI tracks. Ooh, loads of MIDI tracks. Well, you know, it doesn't hurt to actually keep the MIDI tracks. So yeah, we're gonna transfer those as well. Guitars, tab, that was all. Those were all the individual parts that up here in those tracks were grouped for easier processing and less processing power used. But you see, these were all guitar tracks. Actually, no, these were all guitar tracks. And then there's acoustic tracks, solo tracks. So this is all guitar, which of course we don't really need, because we have the grouped tracks, which I can use as a reference, but obviously all the guitars will be redone, and probably redone very differently. Vocals, now obviously we need the vocals. I can't replace James' vocals. And what we have there is lead vocals and doubles and the background vocals. And I will of course take all those. Can check in there quickly what he's doing.
He climbed unattainable.
Yep.
Land, not like a hurricane that just kept on.
Okay, that's doubled.
Perfection, like a hurricane of turning back.
That's the middle section.
Survive. Don't know where go.
Okay. Of course we're gonna keep all those. These are all the MIDI tracks, all the synthesizer tracks that were recorded as audio, which is very good because I probably wouldn't have those original sounds anymore. And you know what, why not? I might find something that I like, that I find interesting, that works in a different context, and I will just transfer all of those as well. Phased clef, probably, no, I don't need that. The earth lead, who knows, the bells, the piano I will keep, the snare. Ah, that's the marching snare. Yeah, who knows? Legato strings, very nice, probably. Yep. Trumpets, oboe and flute. Come. Yep, there's a lot of work in this stuff, as you can clearly tell. So, let's recapitulate. We're gonna go and keep all those. Gonna go keep all those. And we will keep here those MIDI tracks and those guitar tracks. Don't need that. Okay. We've got the vocals, we've got all this stuff, and now what I will do is say we export reference. Export those tracks onto Message from the Mountain. I'll just call it tracks, and now a very important thing what we need is, oh, I also need this, why not? This track 2 and the tempo track, we need that. Export tempo track. Message from the Mountain. And the tempo track will have obviously the speed, and it will have, where are you guys? Whee! The tempo track will have the speed, and it will have all the time signatures. I can't say that. All the time signatures. The time signature changes in it. My goal is to straighten it out. My goal is to make a pretty cool rock song out of this. To deprogify it, shorten it, and just see, based on the vocals and the general ideas of the song, what can I do with it. So it'll be very interesting. I'll see you in the next sequence. Okay, I'm in the sequence now, in my main general sequence, and I imported all the tracks. I pulled James's vocals over on my vocal tracks so that it's easier because it's already all routed in the way I need it. But here you can clearly see the time signature track. And yeah, the intro is 11/8, 3 measures of it, and then a measure of 7/4, and then 11/8, 3 measures of it, and then 7/4. And it gets more complicated once the guitars come in. It's 11/8, 13/8, 11/8, 7/4, 11/8, 13/8, 11/8, 7/4. What in the world was I thinking? So I'm thinking this whole intro needs to go. So what I'm gonna do is, let's see, something along the lines of from here to here. Gonna say project, no, gonna say functions here. Cut it, bang, all gone. Now I gotta find out how to straighten this. And then also the verses. They have this 3/4 measure in here. Not really necessary. Just always made it a little bit too fast. I know you prog people like it, but the objective here is to deprogify it. So we're gonna see if we can do this. Okay? Be right back. Hi, so what I did is, so far I made it to the first chorus, and I stripped the song of all the time signatures, and wherever it was a 3/4, I just moved everything back a quarter note so that I could have a normal 4/4. Now I'm coming to the chorus, which was 6/4, 7/4, 6/4, 7/4, 11/8, stuff like this. So we gotta see, chorus is very important. We gotta see how I can make the vocal line, which doesn't have a lot of melodic aspects because it was rhythmically so challenging, how I can make that fit over some kind of 4/4 concept. So what I have so far, I'm going to show you this. See? You see this? There you go. I moved the vocals around a little bit, so they still have their offbeat feel, and I came up with 4 blocks. So the first half, the chorus modulates. So the first half is 4 measures and then 3. So we have a 7 measure progression that I'm gonna have to come up with, but that's common. Even the Beatles, I think, in Yesterday did a 7 measure progression, and then it modulates, and we have another 7 measure progression. And I think it flows. I mean, this is just a boom chuck beat, very simple, but it flows nicely. It's a little bit different because in this part he starts on the 3, so I'm going to come in with the guitars first. And on the second half of the chorus he starts on the 1, but that's okay. It's gonna push it a little bit more forward. So before I continue with anything in the song, focus. Before I continue with anything, what I need to do is find out, can I write some chords that actually work with this? With a simple rhythm, just a test. Get out my guitar and see, can I make this work? So that's my challenge right now. Hello, you see guitar, so I worked on the chorus quite a bit. Actually, I worked on it twice, because I had it on a loop and I was playing, and then Cubase got stuck, didn't save it, had to rebuild the whole session again. Yeah, fun times. And boy, is it hot in here again. that chorus is a bitch. I really had to work hard on it. Some pitching to to adjust some vocal lines. So I'm thinking I got something now, which would be an A. Then E with B in the bass. F sharp minor with C sharp in the bass. And D. Which means we have a really nice ascending bass line going on because, you know, climbing Mount Improbable. Message from the mountain. Music always needs to reflect the lyrics. Yeah. That's twice, and we go to... Pretty simple chords. Let's play this.
What have you learned?
Wait, I gotta arm the track. Because if I legged it, it wouldn't work. That's really lame. Get it? If I legged it instead of arming it. See, okay, you don't... No, see, when... Okay, how do I explain this? When you say I arm the track, it means arming like, you know, a rifle. You understand? No? But see, what I did is, instead of using the rifle, I said arm. But then, with the... Okay, fine.
How do we feel it? Let us not just surrender. Not like a hurricane that just kept on blowing. It's my earthquake belt. This world that wonders. Still we can't see the top. Don't know where we're going.
There you have it. It is incredibly hard to free yourself of the original feel of the song. So I'm playing and I'm always looking for like F sharp minor to make it like all metal and heavy. All that James is singing is an A. So he sings. So that means nothing. That can be F sharp minor. Why? Because it's a minor third. Could be the root of the A. Could be the 5 of the D. Could be the 9 of a G. No, we're in A, so it would be G sharp. Would be flat 9. No. Could be the 7 of a B minor. So it could be a lot of things. Could be an 11 of a D. Here. No, it couldn't be. Could be. Oh no, what's that? Of an E. E major? Yeah. Nah, probably not good for a chorus. So I went with the standard chord options. But it's still really hard to let go of what you have in your head and say, he's singing that note, that means I can use those chords, which don't sound like the original, but that is the whole point. What else can we do with this material? How far can we push it? And can we still come up with a song that's in some way pleasing? Worked for River Out of Eden. I don't know where this is going, so you will simply have to come back and watch more of me sitting here talking about crap. Bummer.